Hello, my name is Ashley. Today I'm going to show you how to make vegan lentil dish, which is very delicious. This dish you can eat cold and hot. So I'm going to show you what do we need, what kind of ingredients we need. This is the red lentil, which it comes just like this. It says red lentil. Any market, Indian market, Middle Eastern market, I'm sure every places they sell it. We need bulgur, which it is number 1. It says over here bulgur fine number 1, which is number 1. It means the smallest one, because they have bigger one. I think it's a crack wheat they call. There is fine one, there is medium coarse, and there is big ones. There is 1 bell pepper, red bell pepper, which I chopped it already. We need onions. My dishes, they don't have recipes. I just, I measurement, you do it. About like 2 onions, 3 onions, couple carrots. I slice them very thin. The lentil, this one I want to tell you because you don't know, so it's about like 3 cups. We need pepper, we need cumin, and we need salt. It's very little ingredients. So there is 1 onion here, which I slice it. And you just chop them very finely like this, minced very thin. It's okay that if it gets a little bigger, it's no big deal. We're gonna saute them, and it's gonna, how it's gonna be very soft. Now, we have to put over here oil in a pan, because we're gonna saute the onion and the carrots. So, you can use any kind of oil. You can use canola oil, you can use mazola oil, not olive oil, because it will be too heavy and it will burn. So you put about, you can make it about like 3/4, because this dish, it's going to be with bulgur and lentil. What it's going to do, it's going to absorb. This is vegetarian dish, do not forget that you need the oil, so it will make it very tasty and juicy. Now we're going to put our onion, which I already put it on the fire. It's kind of warm. It's okay, it doesn't have to boil or anything. It doesn't, all we have to put now, already I can hear a little bit of sizzling. We're gonna put this 3 onions. There you go. First we're gonna saute this a little bit, just like to kind of make it, how they call it, soft. But when we fry it, we have to want this kind of a pinkish color, a little bit more on a red side than white side, okay? Like we have to really, to make it a little bit caramelized, like to give a little sweet taste. Not too much, but enough. All right, here is the lentil, which it was washed and dried up. You can wash it with the strainer. You don't have to wait to dry it. Just wash it, leave it. I did it at best, so you see. This one is about like 3 cups, and over here there is water about 5 cups. I don't measure it, but I just did it just for you to show. All right, now, here that you see, you can show it inside here. Bring it. Any kind of rice, beans, peas, whenever you cook, always make sure that about a finger and a half, like close to 2 fingers, water on top of your grains, so they will cook very nice. Now, this lentil, the red lentil, when you start to boil, you will cover it, but you make sure that you will keep a little open, because it doesn't matter how low you put, the water it's gonna pour over. Every single time it will do that, so you have to be careful. You can leave open and boil it, but if you want to be quicker, you can cover it, but make sure it's a little bit open, or you keep an eye on it. Otherwise, this cover even it's going to come up. I don't know why about this lentil, that's what it does. But now I'm going to cover it because I'm here, and I'm going to cook this for, it's going to look like a soup, and the color it's going to turn very pale yellow. So that's why I want to put carrot in this dish. After I saute the onion a little bit, I'm going to put carrot in it too. So when we mix it, it will give you very delicious red color in a dish, and it will open your appetite to it. This food, like I said, you can eat hot or cold. But of course, when it's warm, fresh, you make it, it's really good. You can eat this with delicious salad or delicious pickle. So now I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna mix, of course, the red bell pepper too, this is the red bell pepper that I put it in. So just to give a little bit vibrant color in your plate. When you have guests, look over here, for example. Just, can you bring it here to show them? See, while you're boiling this, if I will cover it, it's gonna pour over. So I have to keep it open and try to lower it a little bit. If you're not gonna be here, but I wanna cook this a little faster so I can show you, so we can finish our dish. It will take about, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. It will become like a puree. Each lentil seeds, it's gonna melt. So it's gonna look like a soup for you. So I'm gonna wait to the onion. Now when is this one? It started already to get white, like softened, kind of translucent. I'm gonna mix my carrots first, because I want the carrot too. And when you slice the carrot, you make sure you do it very, very thin, because while you saute this, later on when we mix, you're not gonna see pieces in it. It's gonna soften like a puree in your dish, which we're gonna see later on. For now, we're gonna saute this. And I want any kind of dish you cook, try not to put the salt from the beginning, because when you put the salt, you try this, always the food, it will burn, it will touch the bottom, not burn, but it will touch, or it will burn. So always put the salt at the end. I've seen it, all the dishes people, they cook quickly. First thing is the salt. You can put the salt at the end, always. That's my thing. You can do however you like. But whenever I put the salt, always the dish, the food, it will try like kind of to burn it. And we don't want this. So now this one I'm gonna saute at least for 5 to 7, 8 minutes. Okay. And then after it's done, I'm gonna let it still cook but covered on it. So what it does, the steam, it softens the carrots, because by just sauteing like this, it's not gonna do any good. So we're gonna leave like this way, and then we're gonna wait a little bit to caramelize, and then we're gonna cover on it. You see over here how it's already, the water it's already absorbs, but still needs a lot to cook. Now, when you see the water it's almost going away, you can always add a little bit more water, because we're going to use bulgur, and the bulgur, we're going to use the bulgur, and when we use this, it absorbs the water. We don't want to make it too dry, but at the same time, I'm going to measure that now. What we need is, all right, for the bulgur, for that much dish, I'm going to put about 1.5 to 2 cups. This is, I'm doing kind of eye measurement for you to see. Like I said, my dishes, they don't have recipes, but this will be good enough. Maybe this is even too much. Let's see how it will be. I will show you while I'm mixing it, so you will know what I'm talking about. All right. Well, now this one, while it's sauteing, okay, more or less it's pretty good now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cover on it. I'm gonna cover it to fry it at the same time. It's sauteed. At the same time, it will soften it with the uh, what they called with the steam. So anyway, once it's done, I'm gonna be back. We have to wait a little bit.